Hey, I'm Elissa, and I'm here with PhillyCam to talk to you about some recording techniques that you can use to get the best recording possible for your video. The first is the one that I just demonstrated. At the beginning of a recording, clap, and it'll make it easier for you to sync up your audio with your video in post-production. Anyway, let's get started. There are several things you need to think about when recording audio. The first is the constant sonic environment. This is what a room sounds like, or what the scene is. Right now, I'm in a fairly quiet space. You can kind of hear the cars outside, but what I've done is gone around the room and unplugged anything that might make sound, including the AC, the cat's water fountain, anything that's going to make a sort of humming noise in the background. This is really important. However, if your sonic environment is outside where there's a lot of wind and traffic, you're going to have to adjust accordingly. Getting a room tone is really important because this sets the mood for your video or your audio recording, especially if you're doing something that's going to be on the radio that doesn't have any visual cues. So once again, when thinking about your sonic environment, you want to eliminate any ambient noise. Unplug household electronics. Keep the microphone away from the computer because the computer fan can make a lot of sound. And make sure you turn your cell phone off. Vibrate mode included. That will make sure you're truly not disturbed. You can also shut the door so no one walks in on you. And once again, we're going to consider, as we talked about in our first video, how sound is bouncing around the room. We got to consider reflectivity, reverberation, and absorption. And I cover all of those in the first video. Alongside considering our sonic environment, we need to consider the occurrence or the sound signal, the main sound source that you're trying to record. When you go to record your sound, the most important thing to do is a sound check. Do a sound check before you start recording. Use headphones to do a sound check. You can adjust your level by messing with the gain. What is gain? Gain controls the amount of signal that's going into a device, whereas volume controls the amount of signal going out of the device. Input is going to be related to gain. The gain should be high enough to capture the sound, but low enough to not cause clipping. You want your sound signal to fall mid-range. And usually whatever device you're using is going to have a meter that will show you. Green, kind of low, but still good. Green clipping on yellow, okay, getting a little bit closer. That's about our sweet spot right there. Yellow, okay, you're pushing it. Red, you're clipping. Clipping is when an audio signal is amplified past the maximum allowed limit, whether it's in a digital or analog system. And this can lead to distortion, which by that I mean it'll make your sound weird. So below I have some recommended level suggestions. A good overall mix level is -10 decibels to -14 decibels. A good dialogue mix level is -12 decibels to -15 decibels, and so on and so forth, as you'll see in this slide. Some other great recording techniques. Use your headphones. You're going to be able to hear better what is being picked up by the microphone with a pair of headphones. Watch while you're handling your mic or your mic stand. If you're moving your hand around on whatever, if you're holding the microphone and moving your hand, or the mic is on the table and you're touching the table, all these bumps and vibrations are going to be picked up by the microphone, as you probably just heard with my little field recorder over there. You want to watch out for the wind, breathing, and other bodily sounds. This air is going to cause clipping when it hits your microphone diaphragm. Another hot tip is to keep your mic fist width distance away from your mouth while speaking. So having the mic about right here and having it slightly to the side of your mouth. That'll prevent all the air from distorting your sound And this distance is going to ensure that you can pick up the speaker. A lot of people will hold the mic down here, over here, over here. No, you want to have it about right here. Make sure you're always recording. Give yourself a good amount of time before and after recording a clip, so you have room to work around with stuff in post-production. You never know what you're going to miss or what you're going to catch when you're just recording all the time. Lastly, if you're going to use music, make sure you have it at the beginning or at the end. This will make sure you're not distracting from the spoken words. If you are going to have bed music or some sort of music underscoring a speaker, make sure that it's not too complicated, very, very easy listening, and very, very low. That way, you can totally hear what the speaker is saying.